Hey guys, back out in the shop, filming a quick video. Actually quick this time, I'm making some changes. Hi buddy, hi Max. I got my dogs out here with me because they'll whine if they're not here and it's cool enough out in the garage. So lighting's not fantastic, unfortunately. Not a very bright day and I'm kind of late in the afternoon here. So I apologize for that, but I think it'll be clear enough for you to see what's going on. Today we're talking about my AR15, which I got slung on my back here. And I just want to focus really quickly on two primary accessories for the AR15 that I absolutely love. Boys, calm down. They're wrestling down here. I don't know why they got all excited all of a sudden. They've been fine for all the other filming. Hey, get down. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Yeah, you're a good boy. You're a good boy. Sit. Good boy. Stay. Okay, so I'm wearing the Beachin tactical speed sling. And I'm out here filming a video with my dogs. I just wanted to show you guys my AR15. So, hey, hush, Max. Yeah, hi, buddy. Good boy. So just a really quick kind of review of my AR15. I'm gonna roll in some shooting footage so you can see me when I was sighting in the scope for it. And I just wanted to kind of show it off. But mostly, I really wanted to show you two primary accessories that I think are must-haves. So, AR-15s are a dime a dozen these days. You can build them for cheap, you can build them expensive. There's definitely benefits in both areas depending on what you're wanting in your rifle. I'm not going to try and argue and say that mine is the absolute best, or it's 5 years old even, so it's not the latest technology. I don't have any M-lock, you know, but it's my rifle and it does its job and I really like it. So just thought I'd actually take the time to film a quick video showing off the rifle as well as my sling and my foregrip, which I really love. Those are definitely top-notch products that I feel like if you run an AR-15 or any other rifle, you should probably run at least one of them, maybe both. So let's go over it real quick. So here's the Beachin tactical speed sling. You can see I've got a little bit of a tail that hangs down here. This is how I tighten it on. So you just pull it tight, and as you can see, it's secured to my back really well. And you can see my foregrip there. It doesn't interfere with me at all when it's on my back. Maybe that's a little bit with the angle that I have it set. Maybe that's a little bit of just my build, but really secures the rifle well. I can do whatever I need to do. Work with my hands, I can load magazines, whatever I'm needing to do with my rifle on me but stowed. Really handy. That's what a sling's for, really, is, in my opinion. Not that I'm a high-speed dude or anything, but I feel like it's a holster for your rifle. It should be on your back, out of the way, when you need it out of the way, just like you put your pistol in your holster when you're not using it, right? And then when you're using it, you want to be able to get to it quickly. That's why I run a Kydex holster. I can get to it really fast when I need it, and that's important. But it's completely out of the way when I don't need it. So that's the idea behind the sling, in my opinion, and that's what the speed sling does so well. So let's just loosen it up here. All I do is just grab the buckle and pull up with the lower palm, so I'm rotating it out, and it slides all the way loose real easy. With my left hand, since I'm right-handed, I just grab the stock, really simple, pull it around to my shoulder, and grab that pistol grip, and then I can either swim out of the sling, so if I want to come down, I can swim out, or I can come over, whatever I feel is more important. If I'm going to have to use my rifle, say in a defensive situation, then I'm probably going to swim out of it as I pull it up. That way I got a lot more potential to move it around as I need to. So it makes it really simple to pull my rifle up right where I need it and get on sight. Really simple. I actually normally run this back a click here. There we go. So I can get up, get on my rifle really easy, pull up my sights, see what I need to see, take aim. I can move around. It's not interfering with me at all when I've got my arm underneath the sling. If I come over the sling, then I can still move around quite a bit with it over. I've got my sling just a tad longer because I'm such a big dude. I had him custom make it for me a little bit longer. But as you can see, when I'm done, I can just drop it or better, swim back into it here and drop it. And for me, because I'm a fat guy, got a big gut in the way, I can keep it loose here and it's still, you know, fairly secure. But if I wanted to, I can reach up for that tab and pull it tight. But I've got so much up front that this is pretty much where it's going to be. But I can do quick work here. So if something's happening, let's say I'm responding to a threat and I need to open a car door, I need to load a magazine, I don't know, maybe grab a medical kit, whatever, and I'm wearing my rifle, but I need to be able to have it accessed instantly. I can throw it in front and just have it there and still work with my hands. So still have that holster capability. I run it on a QD mount, which you can see here. So simple push of the finger and that comes loose. If I need to ditch the sling, I can just disconnect it there. And that mounts directly into my Aero Precision COP upper, which I really like. So all in all, just a fantastic platform for carrying a rifle. I like to run it through the footman's loop on my CTR stock. There's a little footman's loop at the back there. Secures really handy. I do like to have it out in front of the buttstock. As you can see here, it wraps around the front. What that does is that it kind of torques the rifle backward into me when I'm carrying it up front. So that's what I really like about that. Learned that from a guy, Twang and Bang on YouTube. And he was setting up a sling for a shotgun and he was talking about running it that way. He learned at a training class and it just made so much sense to me to have it a little more secure by just using that force. Because if I attach it to the other side, then the rifle would be more likely to droop forward. And I don't need this sticking out forward where I'm working with my hands. I want it held back. So that's what this does, just really naturally and simple. Sling comes back down around. And then if I'm ready to stow the rifle, I'll just, like when I pulled it out, I'll grab the left hand here on the buttstock and just transition it around to my back, grab that tab that sticks out by the buckle and just tighten it down. So really simple and comfortable, and I love it. So if you're going to go hunting with your rifle, most of the time that you're out hunting, you're not using your rifle, right? It's not like Call of Duty or anything. You're walking around, you're stalking your prey, you're you know, getting out to your stand, whatever it is you're doing, however you hunt, whatever you're hunting, you want that rifle out of the way most of the time, right? So I think a sling's super important, and I think something like this is really simple to carry, really simple to use and deploy, so you can pull it out when you need it, when that game animal shows up and you're ready to go. Especially if you're on a stock hunt, then you don't want it to be super loud. This is pretty quiet. There's a little bit of noise, but if you go slow, very, very low noise there. Footman's loop on the end, absolutely no noise from that. I do get a little bit of jingle from my QD that I'm running, but you can run other options. But really most of the jingle that you hear on my rifle comes from this little loop on the Magpul end plate on my lower receiver here. So because this is held out in tension most of the time, it's really not rattling much, but there is a little rattle. But really, it's a really good option. So that's the Beachin Tactical Speed Sling, and I've actually just been talking with Jacob, who runs Beachin Tactical. He actually hand makes all of the slings. He designed them. He's a veteran out of Kentucky and puts a lot of love and attention in each sling that he makes. So really, really great dude. And I actually sought him out because I thought this was such an awesome sling. And he had a YouTube channel called The Prepper's Bunker Outdoors. And I was starting to watch that a little bit to learn a little bit about the sling. And I think I saw it first on Instagram somehow. But I thought it was awesome. So I just started checking it out and chatting with him. And we ended up kind of becoming friends a little bit. And I ended up doing a logo for him for his YouTube channel. We did a little trade work to get my first sling here. And then I just recently went to the contest with him and won another one. So we'll have that Gen 2 speed sling showing up at the channel really soon here. I think he's sending it out for me today. So sometime later in the week or next week, it should come in and we'll do a quick overview on that. See how I can attach it to my Scorpion probably. So anyway, really great kit. And I've actually, I'm kind of right in the middle of talks of signing up as a brand ambassador for Beachin Tactical. So it's a company that I really, really believe in, and Jacob is a guy that I really, really believe in. I love his attention to detail and his thought that he puts into all of his kit that he makes, and really, really excited to work with him as a brand ambassador. So you'll see more Beachin Tactical content on my Instagram, stuff like that. And that also might allow us to do some giveaways and things in the future with some of his gear. So really great for everyone involved. I wouldn't be working with him if I didn't believe in the product. So am I biased? Yeah, I am, because I've tried out the Sling, I've used it, I've worn it, I've got it on my rifle. This is my only rifle. I have a Mosin, an old 42 Mosin the gun. I don't really count that as a rifle because I can't really go out and use that in a defensive situation. It's big, it's bulky, and I don't have any ammo for it right now anyway. But this is my real sort of go-to SHTF rifle, and I trust it to keep this Sling on there. Really, really love this product, and so I'm super happy to be a brand ambassador with Beachin Tactical and show you some more of his content. Speaking of, actually, since we're on it and I'm out here, this is also a product from Beachin Tactical that I'm going to be doing a video on really soon. This is the Sear pouch, excuse me, Sear S-E-R-E pouch, and just a really cool little nylon pouch. It's got PALS webbing on the back, paracord loop options, so you can attach this to whatever you want to attach it to, whether it's a vest, a belt. I'm actually going to see if I can find a way to rig it up on a rifle buttstock so I can keep it maybe just inside or something like that, where it's sort of out of the way. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to play around with it a bit. I want to do that, but also mainly I really want to put this on a knife sheath that I'm going to be making on the channel here soon. So we'll be designing the sheath around the knife first, and second, the Sear pouch to make a full little survival kit out of that knife. So some really cool gear. He also makes baldric slings. So if you're carrying a large machete or a large knife or water bottle, med kit, whatever, you can have a really comfortable sling set up for that. And he's got a special sling that doesn't have the buckle in the center, so that it's designed to just be holding a pouch or something like that. So really, really cool sling, same quality, mil-spec buckles, all that. Really cool stuff. So we'll be working with him, and you're going to see more of that on the channel and on my Instagram. Okay, second accessory I think everyone should take a look at and consider is the Medieval Industries 360 vertical foregrip. So that's what I got here on the front of my rifle. And for me, I have arthritis, osteoarthritis, as well as ankylosing spondylitis. I'm disabled. Most of you probably already know that. So standing here for much longer is going to be really killing me, but I really want to get this video out to you. But I deal with physical limitations due to disease. And for me, there's a lot of people that say, train around your weapon. Find the best weapon, train around that. Don't find the most comfortable weapon, and just because it feels good, right? But to some point, biomechanics matter, and especially when you're handicapped in some way, that can be a huge factor. So for me, being able to post out with my rifle and hold it securely is very important, but holding it like this, or in that C-clamp, is very, very uncomfortable. I have a lot of tension in my wrist when I do that. It's very, very uncomfortable and hard for me to hold steady even to get a good shot. So you'll see me sometimes when I'm shooting from a bench, then I might go for that old traditional sort of reverse C-clamp that they do in the Olympics, or that they used to do with the old 3-point slings and all that. That works okay for me, and that's why I run the slab sides here underneath. But as far as standing or shooting on the move, anything like that, I'm going to want my hand out front where I can control that rifle really well, and this is the best option for me. I can set it to exactly the natural position of my hand and get a really good grip on the rifle. So I do run that, and then for you can actually just twist that end piece. You can probably see the little break there, and as you can see, it just drops loose. So this thing just moves all around to any position you want, and then you just pull it up how it feels natural and crank it like a motorcycle throttle, right? So just crank it over and it tightens down, and then it's solid. It's not going anywhere. Once you got it tightened down, you can use that. You can use it to post up against a barrier. If you want to post up against a wall and get extra stability that way, you can use it for that. Move it all around and then keep it right there where you need it. I've actually got it a little bit high, so I'm just going to back that off just a tad, bring it down just a tad, retighten it. Really simple. Get on it and you're good to go. So it's made out of mostly aluminum. I think the silver part that you see there is steel. In order to get that lockup, you need a harder metal. So at least that's what Steve over at Medieval tells me. So yeah, really, really cool piece of kit. He's just come out with some accessories for it. So it does have a little side plate here that attaches to your pick rail, and he's come up with a replacement side plate that has a pick rail on it. So if you want to run an optic and you don't want to maybe run big heavy pick rails up on your forend, you can run it right there and have it right next to your hand. I'm really looking forward to trying that out, because I feel like I could maybe even activate the light if it has a reverse switch on it right from my grip, which would be really cool. So I'm interested in checking that out at some point. And then he also has a tripod that attaches to the base. So you just swap out this end cap. This is actually hollow. You can use this for storage. Swap out that end cap. It'll post right into a little tripod with a quick disconnect. And you can set it up just like you would a bipod, right? And then just twist it to lock it in position when you're ready to engage your target and have a really solid shooting platform. So really, really interested in checking that one out. And he's actually got one on the way to me. So we'll take a look at that in the future and kind of go over it in more detail and up close, all of that. So this is my rifle. There aren't many like it, but they're all kind of the same, right? So as far as AR-15s go, I'd say find one that appeals to you, that serves your mission or your purpose, whether it needs to be a lightweight 3-gun competition rifle or a battle rifle that's heavy duty or whatever you need. There's so many options out there that I don't think anyone can really say this one option is better than another. So there's definitely some that aren't fantastic and you get what you pay for, but in the grand scheme of things, depending on your mission, you got unlimited options. So get one that you like, build one that you like, that has parts that appeal to you for your purposes. And beyond that, definitely when you're looking to accessorize, less is more, but consider the Medieval Industries foregrip if that's something that might help you. Try it out. Really, really cool piece of kit. And then the Beachin Tactical Speed Sling, of course, is, you know, you don't have to have the AR-15 for this. You can run this on a shotgun, you can run it on your hunting rifle, whatever you use. So those are really what I want to show off in this video, are these two pieces of kit, which I've used a lot and really stand behind. So really, really cool gear. And then, yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. I want to keep this fairly short. I'm going to do a quick flyby of the gun itself. I've actually already filmed it, so I'm going to cut that in right here, and you'll be able to see up close all the other parts on this gun. Some of them I'm maybe less happy with, or some of them I'm going to swap out, try other things. But yeah, let's take a closer look at the rifle, and then definitely, if you haven't already, subscribe to the video or to my channel, and give me a like if you can, and I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Lighting isn't great, but I'm going to try and do a quick drive-by here showing the different components. So we got Yankee Hill machine, flash comp, government profile, Colt 1-in-7 twist 5.56 barrel, running a mid-length gas system. You can kind of see that just underneath the end of the handguard there. Makes for a really nice smooth recoil. Handguard is actually part of the upper receiver. This is a monolithic upper receiver from Aero Precision called the Continuous Optics platform. A little bit older design, but they still do offer it, I think. It's actually a modular setup, so the side panel here, as well as the bottom and the other side, can be removed and swapped out for either a full Picatinny rail, the sort of half rail here, or a full slab side if you don't want that weight and the rails interfering with your grip. I'm running the Mega Arms lower receiver. That company's gone away now, but it's a really great lower receiver. And Magpul Furniture, CTR stock. We got the MOE Plus pistol grip there. As for sights, I've got the UTG flip-up iron sights, rear and front. I'm not super impressed with them. They're a little wobbly, and the sight picture isn't fantastic out of those, but it's workable. I've just added the Monstrum Tactical fixed 3-power prism scope with red and green illumination or black non-illuminated, so it'll run with or without batteries, which is really cool. I'm not sure which bolt I went with. Maybe you recognize the logo, let me know. It's a little Y/M. And then most of the internal parts are Colt parts. So standard mil-spec trigger and lower parts kit. I do have a Spikes Tactical buffer tube and buffer in there. The internals I didn't really pick out for this build. It was built for me by an armorer up in Bellingham, Washington at Spartan Arms. And I didn't really know too much about the insides. I didn't really care too much at the time. I didn't know too much about AR-15s at the time, and just had him kind of make it work. I figured I could upgrade those parts later, and my budget was already kind of maxed out, so we went with just whatever he had around the shop to throw in, including the barrel. Then I've got, for accessories on here, we went over the sights. I'm also running the Beachin Tactical, which you can see kind of hanging down here. Beachin Tactical Speed Sling. It's a Gen 1, back when he called it the Light Sling. And the Medieval Industries 360 rotating foregrip. Awesome, awesome foregrip and sling. Really, really love those. So definitely check those out. BeachinTactical.com or midevil.com. That's mid-evil, EVIL.com. You can check out his grip and his whole package there. We're going to be looking at a couple add-ons for that grip in the near future, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be really, really cool. And then we've also got some new sights coming in and a weapon light coming in from a company in China, and we're going to test those out. It's an Amazon company, so they had me order them off Amazon to take a look at them, and we'll see how they compare to these UTG sights, as well as how that light works and holds up. So that's pretty much my AR-15. Again, I had it built for me by an armorer. I picked out the parts. I went to high school with a guy that helped with the design of this upper receiver, which I really, really like this upper receiver. It's really cool. It is a little bit bulky by today's standards, a little heavy by today's standards, and a little short by today's standards. But 5 years ago, when I put this together, key mod was just kind of barely hitting the scene, and quad rails were still popular, and this was kind of like the in-between, and we thought it was cool. I thought it was cool. I actually still think it's cool. I think it's a really, really cool upper receiver. It's really sturdy. Being kind of short, I think it would work a little better on maybe a pistol build where the barrel is maybe a little shorter, but still it's a really great setup. It's long enough for me with the stock back just a tad. I usually pull it back about one click. Then I get really good positioning on the foregrip there. So it actually works out really well for me and I really like it. If I could do things differently, I probably would have built it myself. At the time, I didn't know enough to really feel comfortable building it myself, but I know a lot more these days, and it would have been fun to have put it together myself. But I was there and watched Ben put it together for me at Spartan Arms. So that was really cool. Things I would like to change would be this charging handle back here is pretty minimal. I wouldn't mind a bigger charging handle, maybe a Raptor, something like that, where you can really get a good grip on it, and something ambidextrous would be cool. What else would I change on it? Maybe the grip. I kind of want to check out some other grips, but that's not a bad one. So that's a pretty good grip, but maybe something with a little bit more shallow angle would be better for me. I don't know, we'll see. So that's my AR15, just a kind of a quick overview of it, and I hope you enjoyed that. And definitely keep following the channel. Follow me on Facebook at facebook.com/5012design if you want to see updates and hear about what's going on with the channel, learn about new videos posting, all of that. And definitely subscribe for me on YouTube, and we'll keep you in the loop with whatever's going on, whatever I might change on it, and other things that I'm working on as far as guns or in the shop here. I am out in my Kydex shop to film this, so lighting's not fantastic, but it's a cooler background than my kitchen table, that's for sure. I'm sure you guys can relate. So thanks again. It's my AR15. Again, it is 5.56, so I can run 223 or 5.56 through it, and I don't know if I prefer one over the other. The flash comp is very loud, very, very loud. So 223 is maybe just a little bit quieter, being a little bit softer load, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, that's another thing I would maybe change. As much as I love that barrel, it would be cool to suppress it at some point. And this is a 14.5-inch barrel, so that 2-inch muzzle device is pinned on there so that it meets the 16-inch minimum barrel length requirement. It would be cool if I could change that out and run a suppressor, which I could maybe do. My guys at Red Lake Tactical could probably help me pull that thing off and replace it with something suppressor compatible, but I'm not going to be doing that until I get a suppressor. So that's the setup up close. Hope you enjoyed it.